What's going on, everybody? John Cannon for JJDG Entertainment. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Evernote, and I am an Evernote premium user. There's a lot of great additional things you can have being a premium user, and it's not that much money extra month. But Evernote is free, and it's completely changed my life as far as organization. And that's one of the most critical things in our industry is being organized, whether it's for a wedding, for a school dance, for a corporate, or for whatever the DJ event or production event or whatever it may be. Being organized can drastically just improve your overall flow and comfort and ability to make sure the event goes exactly as planned. So previously I would have in my Dropbox, I would have a client folder, and then inside that client folder, I would have Word documents with just the event planner, or I'd have Word documents, with notes from, a phone conversation. Evernote is amazing. So inside Evernote, think of it like back in the days how you had composition notebooks. And in those composition notebooks, you would have one for science, and you'd have one for, math, and you'd have one for social studies. Think of the notebook being the actual composition notebook. So you would have a notebook for essentially each event that you're having. So we would have, let's just go ahead and make a test notebook. And like I said, there's not a lot of stuff in here right now, but I'm starting to merge everything into Evernote. So let's just create a new notebook, and we're going to call this YouTube Test Event. Let's call it that, since this video is going to go on YouTube for you guys. So now inside that notebook, we're going to put notes. And you can add a note. Maybe this note is going to be about guest list. Not very often you're going to deal with a guest list. So we'll say guest. A guest, B guest, C. Let's say it's a guest list. It's not very often we're going to come off with or have to deal with a guest list. So that's one note, or essentially a page inside that composition notebook. So let's go on to the next one. Maybe the next one's going to be gear. So let's say for this this YouTube event that we're having, we're going to need 2 QSC K12s, maybe 2 QSC KW 181s. Maybe I'm gonna need the threaded pipes for subs to speakers. So as I'm typing these notes out, and you're gonna see stuff down here, related notes pop up, and it's using the keywords that I have. It's using the words that I've typed in this note and using them as keywords, and they're showing me related notes. So there may be a setup that's related, or I may have already started a note for this and just have it in the wrong place, or it may just be another event that's very similar, and I can kind of copy some of the gear list that I normally would do. So let's create another one. Maybe this one's going to be client info. And here I have the client's name, client's phone number, client's email, and then you can have whatever you want. And you guys have all the standard Word document stuff that you can edit, as far as making text bold, italics, italicized, and so on. So let's create another new one. Maybe this one's going to be different. Maybe this note here, I'm going to double click it so it comes out of this window here, and I have my screen resized, so let me just go ahead, or I have the recording size a little bit different here, so let me resize this so it fits. So here, inside this note that we haven't given a title yet, maybe we're going to call this, let's see, we have a guest list, we have gear, client info, maybe this will be venue information. Now, when you go do your walkthroughs, which a lot of people may do, sorry, actually what I did up here is I put this in as a tag. Let's go ahead and title this note, venue info. Now, a lot of times you should be doing a walkthrough to get familiar with the venue. Maybe you've been there before, but things have changed. Maybe they did a remodel, whatever it may be. A venue info is here. I'm gonna put all the information about the venue. That there is parking to the left for vendors. Outlets A and C are on separate breakers. You put all your video and stuff. Now here's another cool thing. Let's say I have photos of the venue, or I have a room layout. You can attach all those by clicking the attach icon right there. And another cool thing is what I do with a lot of clients is when I do consults or we're going over planning guides, I'll record the phone conversation. I can just go ahead right here. I can record in the conversation that we're having. And I'll let them know that I'm recording it for my purposes, so I can go back and listen through and make sure that I don't have to bother them for any details that I may not have jotted down. Or if I know I've talked about something but I wasn't 100% sure, I can go back and I can record all this stuff right here. And then I didn't record, but so I can type and I can take my notes. I can talk to the client, have all this stuff kind of saved, and then save it, and it would insert itself into the actual note. And you could do this with a lot of things. You could use it for, like I said, the talking with the clients over the phone. You can use the attachments for planning guides or contracts. You can attach all that stuff inside Evernote and access it via your iPhone, your iPad. I will take an iPad with me for all my walkthroughs, and I will literally, with my iPad, I will sit there and I'll take photos inside Evernote of the venue, and those photos will be right in my Evernote file for me to access. Now, up here where I started typing, these are tags, and it does a really good job with kind of tagging keywords within a document. But let's say this venue info is a venue that I'm going to revisit, or more, I may not know at the time I'm going to go, return to this venue, but it may come up. So let's just call this venue YouTube headquarters. And so you can use these keywords. So then a year down the road, or 3 months down the road, I get another client that's going to be held at YouTube headquarters. I can be like, hey, I did an event a while back. I don't recall, but let me search Evernote, and I can find the file with all the event information for my YouTube headquarters. So you could essentially start building a really nice, kind of like a venue guide for all your venues that you go with. And if you're talking with another DJ or photographer or whatever type of networking that you have done, and they said, hey, I got an event coming up at the YouTube headquarters. I haven't been there before. Have you, anything you can tell me? You can send them this note. You don't have to send them your whole file. You can send them just that note, or you can send them bits and pieces of this note for them to have, and maybe get a little heads up about, what outlets are best to be used, or where they prefer you to load in through, or just, your notes you can share with them. You also could take your notes into a PowerPoint presentation, which I haven't done before, so I really don't want to really show that because I have no idea how that works. You can also set reminders. So if I have a lot of things going on one day, but I know I need to, sit down and take a look at a planning guide, or I need to sit down and call the venue to discuss something, I can use my calendar, but I can set reminders within Evernote so that it'll pop up and remind me that, hey, you need to take care of this. And like I said, if you wanted to share this note with somebody, you can copy the URL. You can do a private URL, or you can do a public URL. You can email, and if someone has Evernote, you can share that entire notebook or that note with them. So that's kind of just some couple basic little features with Evernote as far as you're concerned here. You can always go here to the tags section here, which I need to get better with working on, but I have one called Belmont Country Club, and that'll take me to an event. I had a wedding that was a Jewish wedding. I don't do those. I don't have the opportunity to do those very often. But Jewish weddings, as you know, they're a lot different than a traditional, Christian or a Catholic wedding. So I can go to the Jewish ceremony and go take a look at how that event went for that client and kind of get like a kind of a refresh on that particular not really procedure, but just how that flows. The atlas is kind of cool. So if I'm going and I'm taking photos of a venue, a lot of times with the iPads and the iPhones, and I don't know about Droids or the other devices out there, but iPhones and iPads will geotag your location. So same thing with when I take a photo, it'll tell me the GPS location or the area, or it'll take you literally to the building you took those photos. The same thing with your notes. It'll take you to exactly where you created that note or where you've made edits to that note from. So last thing I wanted to show you is the email forwarding into Evernote. I didn't know about this till just a little while ago, and it blew my mind. There's some spam email here that just popped up you might have saw. So, a lot of times you deal with clients via email. They'll forward you stuff. The wedding coordinator will forward you stuff. And sometimes I'm on the go and I don't have really time to really look at that email. I know I'll get to it at some point, but I know it's something that it's going to get put into my Evernote notebook for that client. So the one I have up here is actually a Crooklyn Clan promotion they're running for Labor Day. I love Crooklyn Clan. I loved all the mixes that all the DJs put out there. I love their apparel. Even though every time I wear a Crooklyn Clan shirt, everybody thinks it's Brooklyn, and they start asking me questions about New York, and it turns into a whole thing I have to explain. Kind of a pain in the butt, but that's a whole different topic. But let's say this email pertains to this YouTube test event that I'm working on. I click forward. I'm just going to forward this email into my Evernote. So from here, I'm going to type in my Evernote upload, which is what I have set. I have it saved so it pops up, and I'm going to send it. And just like that, I'm going to hit refresh up here, give it a couple seconds here for it to send. You can see down here at the bottom it was downloading something. So if I go to all notes, somewhere in here there's going to be a Crooklyn Clan. There it is. Your Crooklyn Clan pre-Labor Day sale starts now. So from here, what I can do is I can right-click on it, and I can just go ahead and move that notebook into my YouTube test event. And then when I go to my notebooks, I go to my YouTube test events, I have that email that's been forwarded. Now, there's a way to do it, and I haven't played around with it much, but when you forward the email, you can put a hashtag, I believe it's hashtag and the event name, or an @ sign and the event name, and it'll actually go ahead and put it in that particular notebook that you have set up. I haven't been using emails that long to be able to get that sophisticated with it, but it is possible. So from here, I don't really want all this extra stuff here. I can go in right in here. I can just go and delete this stuff out. Maybe I just want to know the sale, and I could change the title. I can just go up here, right click. No, sorry. Where's that? Right here. So I can say Labor Day sale music for YouTube event. And maybe I'll go and just give some tags. So I'll say Crooklyn Clan remix pool, and I can give it whatever tags I want. If a planner sends you an email with an attachment to their outline, you can go ahead and add that outline with an attachment inside Evernote. Now, let me put a PDF in here real quick. So what I'm going to do now real quick is I'm going to take a PDF from my desktop and I'm going to put it in a new notebook. And the one I'm going to use is I'm going to grab my Presonus Mixer. So once I have dragged the PDF into my note, and I just dragged and dropped it right from my Finder window. And like I said, I apologize. This is the only thing I had really quickly I could grab to show you. You have 3 different tabs here. This one here will download. This will show you a quick preview, or a quick look. And if you're not familiar with what that is, if you highlight stuff in Finder on your Mac and press spacebar, it'll give you a quick preview, whether it's a video, a MP3, or a PDF document. It just pops up a real quick window so you can look at it, listen to the file, or view the video. But this first one right here is what I want to click on, and this allows me to annotate the actual PDF. Now this window opens up here, and you have different options on the side, different things you can do. Let's say that I want to put an arrow right here on this guy. Maybe I don't want to put it right there. Let's say I can just drag it. And then on this, go down to, let's pick this page here. Here we go. We can put our notes in for the artist. I don't know how I would use this really, but I can go in here and I can say blah, blah, artist. And so you can add notes in regarding your client's information. So if they send you a PDF that's not, fully complete, like a planning guide, as you work with them, you can sit here and do annotations to kind of fill in the blanks for their first dance song, John Legend. So we got that covered. And then, you can kind of do little things right here. So let's say I'm going through their planning guide, and there's kind of things I need to confirm with them. So you have a couple different, like little tabs you can put. So if there's a question mark I may have on something, I can say, okay, I got a question on this right here. I also got a question on this one. This is great. This will work. And maybe this is a potential problem. And I don't know. I maybe love the John Legend song, so I'm going to put just a couple of these heart ones right above it. So you have different options there. You can draw boxes around things to bring more focus to it for whatever the reason is. Again, this is just me showing you how to kind of work through some things on here, and you can obviously use different colors. If you want a free draw, you can do that as well. And like I said, you could do this on any other page. So if you're going through stuff and, oh, I got to call them at this number, you can just kind of highlight that. So I'm going to here. Let's see. Oh, apparently, I never knew this, but Personas has a recipe for chicken gumbo. Never knew that was in the PDF. That is unique. But let's say this is something I am definitely going to try to cook because I'm a big boy and I like to eat. So I am just going to highlight all this stuff. And you can change the size of the tip of the highlighter to fit your needs. Again, this isn't the exact way you're going to use this for an event, but this may be something that can help you guys and use it in your own way that will work best for you. And then when I'm done, I just go ahead and close it out. And you can see in here, you can see all your annotations without having to reopen that tab back up. So it saves it within the PDF so you can see all your notes and everything. I'll use this for weddings a lot of times, and I'll have their entire timeline there. And here's a perfect example. When I'm going through the names of the client's wedding party, and I had them on phone, I'll make sure I definitely record that conversation. You know why? Because sometimes when I write my way to remember how to say the name, I'm not sure. And at least by recording that conversation, I can go back and I can hear exactly how the client said it, and I can make sure that I get that name announced correctly for the grand introductions. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. It's been a long day. So this is Evernote. It's super powerful. I hope I haven't gone off rambling too much on a bunch of nonsense, But it's really helped me, and it's beginning to change my life, a way of, you know, being organized and being able to flow better with stuff. I've used Evernote, like I said, for a long time, but I've never got into having notebooks for clients. I just had a bunch of notes just scattered in there for the clients' names, and I would have to search for stuff all the time because it wasn't organized. And then once I finally started to understand how, okay, so you have notebooks. Then inside your notebook, you have your notes. And what I was having is I would just have a note. I'd have one notebook for my entire company, and I have a note with the client info, the venue info, the planner information, all this stuff inside this one note. And it was just, it was a mess. I mean, it worked. You know, I was able to do my events, but there's always ways you can do things more efficiently. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys here, is just how to be a little more efficient, and using Evernote as a tool. Now, I upgraded. I don't recall what the difference is between Evernote Standard, which is free, and Evernote Premium. Right here it says you can add more files. I know you can add files on the regular Evernote, and my voice is really going now, guys. But the Evernote Premium allows you to add more files. You could do more things mobile, which was a big one for me, the reason why I upgraded, because if I didn't have data, sometimes I couldn't get my most up-to-date notes. This way, the most up-to-date notes would stay on the device itself. Slideshows I haven't tried. Search inside documents. You've had that before, to search inside your notes, but this actually searches inside any kind of attachments, like the Word documents, the PDFs, whatever you may have attached. Not only is it powerful enough to search within the notes you have created, but it also searches within your documents. Guys, my voice is shot. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Check out Evernote. If you guys have a way that you're using Evernote that may help me, leave the comments below, please. I'm always open to learning new things. And as always, smash that like button right below that video. Just hit that like button for me. Alright guys, my voice is gone. Thank you so much for watching. Do what you love, and until then, I will talk to you guys on the next video.